what is the best Luffy punch in the whole series of One Piece? Was it the moment Luffy punched a door and it bounced straight back into Zoro?
Oh, sorry.
Or the legendary punch he landed on St. Charlos? Today, we're breaking down every one of Luffy's best punches to find the greatest of them all. Let's start with this goosebump-worthy scene where we finally witness Luffy's serious Gear 5. On Egghead Island, Luffy and Lucci face off one-on-one once again. But this time, Luffy is on a completely different level. We all know what Luffy has been through. But Lucci is a cat.
Huh?
And his curiosity just brought his 9 lives down to 8. He questions Luffy's new white-haired appearance, comparing it to the picture on his wanted poster. But Luffy does not want a long backstory, a random coffee break, or any time to chill. He goes straight into Gear 5 and starts drumming on his chest. Lucci feels Luffy's overwhelming aura, but instead of backing down, he smiles.
Huh?
Then, in the blink of an eye, Luffy appears right in front of him and lands the punch. The hit sends Lucci flying straight towards Zoro, but Zoro shows Lucci the exact same thing. He is on a completely different level too, but we all know who really defeated Lucci on Egghead Island. Jinbe. Zoro did all the hard work, and Jinbe casually showed up to deliver the final hit. Perfect teamwork, right? For the next punch, Luffy had all of us seriously frustrated at first. Bellamy kept laughing at him, mocking his dreams, insulting his crew, and doing everything possible to start a fight. But instead of throwing hands, Luffy just stood there and took it.
No matter what happens, don't fight back.
And honestly, we were all thinking the same thing.
Come on, fight back.
But Luffy knew Bellamy was not worth fighting. He did not need to prove anything to someone who laughed at people for having dreams. Then Bellamy made one huge mistake. He stole Cricket's gold and hurt his friends. And even the Going Merry got totally wrecked. That was when Luffy finally decided enough was enough. Luffy rushes into town to find Bellamy, while Bellamy and his crew are chilling like nothing happened. Then, an old man arrives and reveals Luffy and Zoro's massive bounties. The whole crew suddenly goes quiet, realizing they may have seriously underestimated them, and they start regretting everything they did earlier. Bellamy, however, is not scared at all. He laughs it off and insists that Luffy is nothing but a fraud, so the crew relaxes and starts partying again. But their fun quickly comes to an end when a furious voice echoes through the town.
Bellamy! Where?
Still overflowing with confidence,
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Bellamy ignores the old man
You've got to get out of here this instant. I'm serious. You're in terrible danger.
and proudly asks Luffy if he even knows how to throw a punch.
I mean, do you even know how to throw a punch?
Bellamy confidently launched himself across the town, believing his speed would make him impossible to hit. But Luffy does not even flinch. He reminds Bellamy of his question,
You asked if I know how to throw a punch.
then answers it with one devastating punch.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
After Luffy gave us exactly what we wanted, his next punch delivered even more satisfaction. After so many episodes of waiting, every step he takes feels more powerful. It all happened at the top of Onigashima, when the worst generation made their entrances. Kid and Killer pulled up with a full-on movie explosion entrance. Honestly, that is a solid 9 out of 10. They were ready to start a fight, even though there were only 2 of them.
Huh? I'm gonna bury you, you damn emperors!
Then Zoro came flying in like he got lost on the way. Trafalgar Law appeared with his little blink entrance. Maybe a 5 out of 10 because he caught Zoro. But Zoro's entrance is still staying at 1 out of 10.
Bruh.
And finally, the main character.
Where is he, by the way?
You can rate this one yourself. In video games, we usually press E or something to enter through the final boss door. Luffy did not want to do that. He just punched through the door and started doing the ultimate aura farming walk. After that, they finally got their face-off screen time. It was basically, whoever makes the first move is gay. And Luffy immediately made the first move. I knew it. That's why he never went for Boa Hancock. Luffy started walking forward with the most serious expression we've ever seen. Zoro noticed something was different, instantly got into his fighting stance. Luffy casually walked right between 2 emperors, heading straight toward Kinemon's body, like Kaido and Big Mom were just background NPCs. The transition here was absolutely legendary. Of course, Kaido wasn't about to let that slide. He got completely pissed off and launched a massive attack at Luffy. But before Kaido can even react, Luffy suddenly appears in front of him and lands a massive punch straight to his face. For the first time in a long while, even Big Mom looked genuinely worried.
Kaido, what are you doing?
That single punch told everyone one thing. Monkey D. Luffy wasn't here to challenge the Emperors anymore. He was here to surpass them.
And I'm gonna be king of the pirates!
For the next punch, we see that in Sky Island when Nami and Luffy got duo scene, and Luffy having a gold in his hand. Enel has attached an entire giant ball of gold to Luffy's arm. At this point, Enel is preparing to destroy all of Skypiea while Nami is driving the waver up the falling giant jack. Luffy standing behind her with a golden wrecking ball attached to his arm, and both of them charging directly toward a man who thinks he is God.
Correct, God.
But Luffy realizes he can't reach the Raigo, so he decides to jump.
Nami, thanks a lot! You are a real big help! Huh?
Luffy jumps straight toward Enel's Raigo and does the science thing.
Golden Peony!
Because of that, the Raigo starts depleting all its electricity.
What's with this erratic electric discharge?
After Luffy successfully shows off his electrician skills, he continues his attack on Enel.
Here I come! This is gonna hurt a little bit! Come!
And when that bell finally rings, the sound travels across Skypiea and all the way down to Cricket in the Blue Sea. Luffy does not just defeat Enel with this punch. He proves that the City of Gold is real. Luffy's next punch is the legendary punch on St. Charlos. It happened at the Sabaody auction house, where Nami tried to save Kami by using money.
We're not leaving here without you, Kami.
We'll start at
500 million!
Oh my god, bro.
Nami and everyone else fail to rescue Kami peacefully.
Come on, Sanji, what's the plan?
We should have known we couldn't compete with them. Those creeps throw money around like it grows on trees.
Despite everyone losing hope, Luffy shows up and rushes toward Kami.
Luffy!
Kami!
Hachi tries to stop Luffy with his two arms, but Luffy doesn't slow down. So Hachi goes full force and uses all of his arms to stop him. Thankfully, Hachi succeeds, but he also fails to hide the fact that he's a fish man. And since the auction house is packed with people who are extremely racist toward fishmen, Hachi gets cancelled on the spot.
Rose, stay away!
Go back to the sea, you damn freak.
We don't want you here!
Then St. Charlos does something incredibly stupid. Charlos was doing his usual celestial dragon nonsense, acting like everyone around him was just furniture. Then Luffy heard what happened.
An octopus for me! Free, 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 free!
And this time, Hachi reminds him of the promise they made.
Please don't forget your promise. Like I said, you can't defy the celestial dragons even if they kill someone!
But St. Charlos doesn't care about any of that drama.
That's enough! Stop all that annoying babbling, fish, before I shut you up for good!
Don't! Straw Hat, please! You're gonna get in really big trouble! Don't do it!
Charlos probably thought his celestial dragon status was going to save him.
Straw Hat Luffy. What is that man doing? He's serious.
That wasn't just a punch. That was Luffy officially introducing himself to the world government's biggest headache. For the next punch, it happens after 2 years of training. 2 years ago, the Straw Hats could barely survive against these things. They had to work together, use everything they had,
We need to get some rest.
and still looked like they were fighting a walking tank. But after 2 years of training, Luffy came back with a very different attitude. Before that, Luffy ends up following the fake Straw Hat.
Look at this little punk!
And this fake Straw Hat has recruited a bunch of pirates who genuinely believe he's the real deal. But after realizing his new recruits are no match for the pacifista, he ends up running away. But
You're not Straw Hat, you human pile of garbage! Not even close!
later, the pacifista detects him,
Monkey D. Luffy has been identified.
and the fake Straw Hat reveals who he really is.
PX5, who is this imposter?
Confirmed. He is triple-tongued D'Amato Black.
What the hell? That fat gross guy was pretending to be me? That's Sanji and Zoro. They looked real, but I guess they were fakes too. Wow, this is blowing my mind. I gotta get out of here.
But then, Sentomaru realizes something. The real Luffy is here.
The real Straw Hat is here somewhere too. Fire on Straw Hat, PX5! Is that all? What?
And that punch showed just how much Luffy had changed after 2 years. But now I want to know, was this Luffy's best punch? Or is there another punch that hits even harder? Or maybe you have a completely different favorite. Drop your favorite Luffy punch in the comments. Let's see which punch the One Piece community thinks is the most legendary.